Let's get to the dramatic trial for an Arizona woman charged with the brutal murder of her boyfriend. It opened yesterday. Prosecutors are calling Jodi Arias a jealous woman who they say rewarded her alleged victim's love with a knife in the heart. Now she could face the death penalty, and ABC's Ryan Owens has the very latest on the case.
Jodi Arias cried through much of the opening statements of her capital murder trial.
This is not a case of whodunit. The person who done it sits in court today.
Prosecutors told the jury Wednesday the 32-year-old stabbed her former boyfriend, Travis Alexander, 27 times, slit his throat, and then shot him in the head as he showered in his Mesa, Arizona home in 2008. They argue Travis was a devout Mormon, seduced and then stalked by Arias, and ultimately killed by her in a jealous rage when she found out he was dating other women.
She rewarded that love by sticking a knife in his chest. She slit his throat as a reward for being a good man.
Arias' attorney told the jury her client was forced to kill in self-defense.
Oh, holy night.
She says her client, who won a Christmas caroling contest behind bars, was abused and controlled by Travis, who she claims was a sexual deviant hiding behind his strict religion. She showed the jury this T-shirt she says he made her wear.
That T-shirt is a perfect example of how Travis treated Jodi.
The couple only dated a few months, but the two continued a sexual relationship, including on the day of the crime. Police found a camera in Travis's washing machine, on the memory card, pictures of their final sexual encounter, shots of Travis in the shower seconds before he was killed, and a couple of pictures that appear to have been taken accidentally when the camera was dropped. One showing Travis's bloody body, another Arias actually dragging it.
I would never hurt Travis.
Jodi first denied being at Travis's house the night of the murder. 2 weeks later, she told the show Inside Edition she was there, but
I witnessed Travis being attacked by two other individuals.
Who?
I don't know who they were.
Now she admits to killing him, but says she had to after he attacked her when she dropped his new camera.
Jodi Arias killed Travis Alexander. The million-dollar question is what would have forced her to do it. And throughout this trial, you will hear that Jodi was indeed forced.
For Good Morning America, Ryan Owens, ABC News, Dallas.
All right, and for more on this, let's bring in GMA's legal analyst, Dan Abrams. And first of all, you came out yesterday and said you thought that the prosecution would make a lot of Jodi's changing stories, her changing version. We've got three different versions of events that she gave
You know, this is a very powerful case. I mean, you've got her initially saying, I wasn't there. Then you've got her saying it was intruders. And you don't just have her saying it, you have her saying it on camera in a television interview, saying that there were these intruders there, and I don't know who did it, and describing how it happened. And now she's saying, well, no. Actually, what really happened is that it was self-defense, and yes, it was me, because they have just an enormous amount of evidence linking her to the crime scene, including a photograph of her dragging the body. So they almost had no choice but to change the defense.
And in both sides in their opening arguments are making a lot of the murder victim's faith, his Mormon religion. Why?
I think it's much more important to the defense here. The defense is trying to say that he was using it effectively as a sword, that he was trying to control her by referring to tenets of the religion, etc., trying to get her to do things that she wouldn't ordinarily do, etc.
And that's a double life.
Exactly. That's all part of the defense here, is that he was controlling her, but in part because of the religion that they shared.
Okay. And finally, everybody who hears about this case is struck by the extraordinary violence in it, which usually means a deeply personal, vengeful motive when a killer kills. What do you read into this? It's like she killed him 3 times.
Yeah, it's a domestic violence case. I mean, that's what you see in cases where people know each other very well. And that's why probably when the authorities came on the crime scene and there was talk of intruders, etc., they probably looked at that crime scene and said, this doesn't make a lot of sense, considering how brutal and grisly that crime scene was.
Involved. And did she think the camera was going to erase the pictures in the washing machine?
Who knows? I mean, look, it seems that the last picture was taken by accident. So,
Okay. Dan Abrams, to be continued. Thanks so much.